Your Country 1039 KGRT, Mr. Joe Nichols, and yeah, give me that girl.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. Time for our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. And as we get closer and closer to, that day in December, pretty cool place to find some great gifts there at the Farmers Market. And definitely put your sweater on for this Saturday morning. Now, our question of the day. Well, after 27 years, Ford is retiring the Focus. Yeah, which I think was introduced in 1998 as the successor to another extremely popular model, the Ford Escort. I remember those. A friend of mine had one. The Focus was phased out because of the market power of electric vehicles and SUVs. Well, okay, the SUV thing I can understand. Everybody seems to have one, but EVs are getting more and more popular. But it got me thinking about all the different cars and models of cars that have disappeared. Some of them would be our favorites that were in there, and some of them have been brought back. Dodge has done a pretty good job of bringing some of those back and updating those models. Dare I even talk about the new Ford Mustang EVs that are going to be coming out? Yeah, but got me thinking about things and about maybe bringing some of those cars back. Yeah, and what car do you think they could bring back? Or they should, right? What car do you think that they would bring back if they could do it? Maybe even as an EV, I was a big fan of the Firebird, the Pontiac. I think Pontiac in general should probably come back. They had some really cool cars. But, a Pontiac Firebird would be pretty awesome. And that would be pretty interesting as an EV, Maybe we need more minivans as EVs, stuff like that. But I don't know. Is there a particular model of car, maybe one of your favorites, that you wish that they would bring back? And it'd be pretty cool maybe if they brought it back as an electric vehicle. Yeah, think about that one for a bit and then let me know your answers for our question of the day. You can call them in. You can text them in 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. And that'd be a whole lot of fun. I'm thinking, what was the name of that Subaru where you could actually have the seats in the back and the whole thing like that? No, they probably wouldn't work today. But maybe as an EV? An El Camino EV. Oh. Sorry, my brain is going now. I'm going car nuts. But yeah, let me know your answers. Call them in, text them in. And of course, we are live on our social media pages, so you can leave your comments on our social media pages there, Facebook and YouTube. So, let me know your answers for our question of the day. What car do you wish that they would bring back? And if they did bring it back, would it be pretty good as an EV? That is our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. All right, all of the appropriate buttons are pushed. And there's a lot of model cars that have been discontinued. They're not making it anymore. But, everything old is new again, as they say. And, if we're going to recycle TV shows and movies and all that other stuff, hey, why not bring a few models of cars back from where they were? I'm waiting for my garage friend answer. There we go. I knew it. 1974 Pontiac Trans Am 455 Super Duty. My dad sold mine when I went into the Army. Well, sir, would that be good as an EV as well? I wonder about that. So even if it wasn't an EV, that would be a big fun car. It would be a lot of fun. I think I had one of my mom's friends had a Trans Am, and this was in that Smokey and the Bandit era. So I loved that thing. Not fun to ride in the back. Not fun at all, but still, it's a pretty cool car. Let's see. What would your answers be if you could bring back one older model of car that they don't make anymore? And would you bring it back as an EV? Yeah, let me know your answers. 575-523-KGRT. You can call them in. You can text them in. And, of course, leave your comments down below. In the meantime, let's go ahead and see what's going on in and around the world. 82 million Americans may face delays as storms with rain and potential snow move across the U.S. during Thanksgiving week. Yeah, it is definitely getting chilly, especially up north. I'm waiting to see what my brother, if it's really cold and he comes back down to pick up my nephew, if he's going to go like, yeah, being in the South is kind of warmer and nice, I'll just slip that in a little statement in there when he comes by this week. But yeah, if it wasn't, you get past one thing with the shutdown and the airlines and all that other stuff, and then Mother Nature has to come in and say, it's our turn now. So yeah, but especially that's going to happen in the Southern Plains and then the Southeast, Mid-Atlantic, and Northeast. So here in the Southwest, I think we'll be pretty good. Let's see, a rare Klimt painting recently sold for an astounding $236.4 million. Now, the auction was part of a major event drawing collectors from around the world, and they competed fiercely for the masterpiece. Experts are calling it a historic sale. The portrait is of Klimt's youngest daughter. Interesting. Also saw that in the world of silly litigation, women suing Milk-Bone dog biscuits on behalf of her dog. Yes, top class actions say that a California woman named Melissa Burkett is suing Milk-Bone dog. I can't even talk. It's so silly. She is suing Milk-Bone dog biscuits on behalf of her dog because they claim no artificial labeling on the Milk-Bone packages, but apparently they contain manufactured citric acid as a preservative, an artificial preservative. So, yes, I don't think the dogs care. They'll eat anything for the most part. Yeah. Oh, and here's a flash of good news for you. Decorating early for Christmas apparently is good for your health. So even though I do give a lot of people, celebrating Christmas too early and putting up their decorations like that, apparently it is good for your psyche and good for your overall health. So enjoy. Have a lot of fun with that. Let's see. Oh, yeah, absolutely. It would be worth it. Oh, he sent a picture of his car. That is so... that is a pretty one right there. That is a good-looking car. I wonder if you can... do they have conversion kits yet? That's what I'm wondering, if they have a lot of the conversion kits yet for some of the older cars. Because, there's a lot of older cars that could be preserved and saved and possibly come back as EVs. Even if they're not going to bring it back for a newer model, wouldn't it be cool to convert some of those older cars into some EVs that you can drive around town? I've got one. Hasn't moved in a while. Be pretty interesting to think about. There's a different question for a different day, I guess. But our question of the day today, I saw that Ford is retiring the Focus, and there have been a lot of cars that are being retired and haven't been made in a while. They've discontinued them. But if you could bring one back, which one would you bring back? What car do you wish that they would bring back? And maybe they could bring it back as an EV? I don't know. That's our question of the day. Go ahead and let me know your answers. Call them in, text them in, leave your comments down below. And of course, that is brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. Our question of the day today: what car do you wish they would bring back? And maybe they can bring it back as an electric vehicle.